Yeah, I just waited until she landed and then spammed her with pyromancy.
That's what I tried to do, but it didn't work as well for me.
I'd done a bit of damage before that, but...
I took off, I had her down to like a quarter health, and then I did exactly the thing I shouldn't have done and got slightly cocky, maybe. I like the Stone Guardians as well, they're just a cool enemy design.
Is it bad that I'm considering 360p for these videos? There's gonna be so many of them.
You should try putting your sign down out here. Now I'm human.
Oh.
Though interestingly, I cannot see the NPC sign that's meant to be here, so I'm not sure if that's a leveling thing or.
No, that should be the. That is interesting. If you're definitely human, I've never heard of that. Oh. This may be beta being beta. That's a topic. It does depress me a little bit how you still get all these early access games immediately become top sellers, and I'm like, guys, you're buying a promise.
Yeah.
You know?
A promise that might not work a few years down the line.
Oh,
cough,
I can't.
Daisy, cough.
Alright. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and that's the other thing which depresses me, is you still get new bloody zombie open world survival sandbox games.
Yeah, as if there's not like already 20,000 of those.
Oh my god, I'm so confused even trying to remember their names. There's one that's like HZ1LPQ.
Oh yeah, that.
Ugh. Anyway, right, I'm at the place near the bush where the witch is supposed to appear, but I'll put my sign down here, shall I?
I guess you could put it up the top of the stairs, that would be ideal. So you don't have to deal with the stone guy.
Oh, okay, I'll do that then. Oh yeah, I killed the stone guy pretty easy.
Wait, I've got it. Don't move it.
What? Oh, I got rid of...
Now I've been hit by the stone guy. This has gone wrong. Okay,
Wait.
just put it up the top of the stairs, bro. It's all good. I had to run.
Top of the stairs, top of the stairs. There you go, make sure it's definitely not into the next area, because I've cleared that, and yeah.
The stone guy is coming slightly too close for comfort.
The only thing about those guys is when they do the slow attack.
Yeah, that's really annoying.
You'll be like, I'm running rings around him, and then suddenly I'm fat rolling. You're not even fat rolling, you just do the kind of fail roll.
Well, I can't see your sign, so that's really irritating considering I saw it down the bottom.
Did you? Oh, well, hang on. Oh, God. I'll put it down again. I didn't realise you actually saw it earlier.
It was in the bush, right?
No, I think that well, it was near there. He might have just been seeing the witch. It was just kind of in the middle of the room, I don't know. Defend yourself against the stone man.
I am. I'm trying to block. Don't want to waste pyromancy on him.
I can wander around and kill things.
Yeah, it's not appearing.
Oh, well.
Oh, in I go. Hopefully I'll get lucky, she won't do that annoying attack on me.
Go attack the fly, get lucky. Go attack the butterfly, get lucky. Fucking song. That's one of my only, like, remotely recent songs I know, just because it wouldn't bloody stop being on the radio. It doesn't even sound like a pleasant song to me. It sounds like a dude just wandering into town and arrogantly assuming he's going to get laid.
Yeah, pretty much.
It doesn't sound like, oh, I'm out to find a partner who I hope will have a good time with me. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna ram it to a bitch. You know, it's not even like, I look forward to a mutually enjoyable evening. No. That at least would be contributing something to society. You know, humanity's global orgasm score would go up by 1. That'd be nice.
I guess that's a bonus, right?
I want that now. Just ding, ding.
Oh no, the laser beam!
That laser beam.
Wow, I'm getting so unlucky with this fight. She's spamming me with like the heavy attacks, and I just fucking died again.
I'd help if I could, but I couldn't.
Jesus.
Can I be asked to go through the whole area down near the butterfly with the frogs? Is there really anything much down there? I'm not going to use the poise ring.
No, that is the only thing that's down there, really. I ideally always skip that part. I've done it once before. Don't like it.
It's not even... It wouldn't be challenging, I don't think. Whereas, you know... Blight Town, that would be interesting. I might read up when we're not doing this some more on
wanting it.
ONEBRO tactics, yes. You know, just in terms of like what weapons people do. I have heard something about the club, some sort of club. Maybe it is this one.
It's the reinforced club. It's this one.
Oh, I was just sitting there thinking, I wish I had the silver serpent ring, but no, that's not gonna happen.
You'd get so tempted to level up.
That too, exactly. You know, like it wouldn't even be. It's so much less useful on ONEBRO as well. You know, it's not inconceivable that I could do it, but it would just be so ridiculously hard to get down there and back for no particular benefit, even. Anyway.
The fucking homie! Oh! Okay, the rage has begun now.
Let the rage of the Titans fuel your blades, Dean. That reminds me, I swear the lady in the intro of Dark Souls, her voice sounds almost exactly like the lady from God of War.
Worth googling that.
Well, it's like the guy who was the Kurgan in Highlander has actually done a horrifying number of roles you will recognise, including many games. He was the bad guy in Jak 2.
I did not know that.
No, did you know he's Mr. Krabs?
Yes, I did know that one.
Okay, that was a bit less obscure.
Better to burn out than fade away.
I love that guy in Highlander because he's just not. He's just gnawing on every piece of scenery he can get near him. The Kurgan's entire motivation appears to be being as much of a dick to everyone around him as possible, even when it might seem overtly detrimental to himself.
Yeah.
Like he's trying to be incognito in New York and just mocking nuns, you know? He puts on this really lame disguise where he shaves his hair off, and then he just goes around making a scene in a church. So, character-wise, he makes no sense other than to assume he is entirely insane.
I think that's the idea, right?
That's the only explanation that makes any sense. Alternatively, they're all aliens from the planet Zeist. That would make complete sense also. I enjoy Highlander 2 as kind of a how not to make a sequel movie.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree.
Because it is just so monumentally full of fail on every single level. It's quite impressive. Just by far the best thing is probably Sean Connery and Michael Ironside having a laugh. Just,
Moonlight Butterfly is down.
Oh, there you go.
I didn't have to rage anymore. I'm impressed with myself.
I'd forgot you were doing that.
Now to get that tasty, tasty Divine Ember.
Sweet and tasty.
Quite depressing that there's just a guy up here.
There's just a guy up. Oh, you mean the
blacksmith who's just like turned to stone.
Yeah, that is interesting. All these blacksmiths are a question I've never really heard answers to. Oh, I think one of my favourite mysteries in the game is just the painted world, and so many bloody questions that it raises.
Yeah, it is very strange.
Something I don't quite understand is there are some people who seem to be convinced that Seath and Guinevere physically did it at some point.
Yeah, that's an interesting...
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about that, personally.
I mean, like, what gets me about that is, like, I find it much more likely the Seath just made Priscilla in some weird experiment, other than physically getting it on with a goddess.
Because, yeah, exactly. How could you possibly... Seath's a pretty big guy. I'm assuming that he is in proportion, so to speak.
This is raising the question of whether dragons would even have the equipment, since they don't seem to be alive as such. So, it doesn't seem like dragons would really reproduce if the whole point of them is they're meant to be like some kind of steady force in the world that didn't really do anything. That's kind of been the ruling interpretation of dragons, to my understanding. Anyway, where the balls am I going next? Probably the depths, really.
I don't want to. Don't make me.
Dean, I'm shrugging. You have to do it. Well, actually, I'm tempted to go to the asylum first.
That's an interesting choice. What exactly for, though?
Well, the ring, for one thing. Rusty ring.
Yeah, that's a really
It's not essential, but it's handy.
I always just forget about getting that. It's so useful.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone through Blighttown at least once after having forgotten to get the ring and couldn't be asked to go get it, but...
It's always worth it.
Yep. I'm trying to remember what else is in the asylum other than a boss we're definitely not ready for.
That. First time...
I'm convinced that's kind of bollocks when the floor gives way.
Yeah.
Because it's an area you've been through before, there's no real sign that the floor is just going to collapse. And it's a very small area with a boss who is quite powerful if you find him early on. I think he's at least...
How do people even work out how to get to the asylum without being told, right?
Well, you can climb up there and it just says curl into a ball and you're like, okay, this is weird, what does this do? But you have to wait quite a while.
Exactly, that's the thing, you have to wait like 30 seconds to
I do hate that thing. Like, you just sit there and you're like, what's the point of this? What's happening? And I kind of figured out, because it's not unheard of in games for you to be picked up by birds and floating around. It's quite a Zelda thing to happen. But it is kind of a moon logic moment. Why is that bird doing that? Why does it take a moment? All these things confuse me. Don't get yourself killed. Yeah.
Don't get yourself killed. I hate Andre's attitude.
Don't get started on the theories about Andre.
I think he's actually Gwyn.
He does bear a resemblance, but... Well, there were theories that he might be actually secretly the firstborn, even though Soler is the most obvious candidate in the world, to the point of being a bit too obvious. There you go. Oh, I need large. I see. That's why I won't. I'm like, why won't you let me upgrade? We need large Titanite gear, and I see.
It all makes sense now.
Yeah, reading the words on the screen explains things.